Hello everybody, welcome to a new video. Today we are going to talk about Gen Z. Gen Z are mostly our kids these days. We are Gen X. If you are a Gen X, you probably have a Gen Z kid. So, oh boy. So, you know how this is going to go now. So, let me just mention one thing. I think you do. They will be living with you in your house until they are about 40 or maybe even more, right? They don't have money. Mostly don't have a stable job. Maybe a job here or there, but not stable. No house, and probably playing video games down in your basement or something like that, right? So I think this is I don't know, 80%, 90% of the generation. Hopefully not, but in my experience, as I see it, it is about that much. Anyway, so let's see what are their main issues. So first of all, they all have a new language. You're aware of that, right? They have a new language. They have new phrases that nobody understands. They talk in emojis. When they write in emojis. Even the words are written in half a word. They just put a couple of letters, no vowels, nothing. Just, and you have to understand what are they talking about. So the language is an issue. If you're not hip, you will not understand what are they talking about. So this is one off. So one issue I think you all are not even aware of is the way they talk. They have this, especially the women, the girlies, right? The so-called bird hands. They talk with the bird hands. It's some kind of, I'm above you, you don't understand. Let me tell you, you don't have no idea. You're just an old fart. Blah blah blah. So that's what they're like, catching something and putting it somewhere else. Like that game that you put the coin in and you try to get the reward and it just keeps falling. It's just like that. This is the bird hands. So, and they are clapping. Yes. Oh my God. It's just ridiculous. So, and almost every Gen Z now, I don't know what's happening. They have this nose ring, the bull ring, like cows. I mean, I don't know. It's some fashion thing. I myself, I don't understand it. Why every young man or woman, even men now, right? It's not just women. They have this, not here, just like big ones. And man, if you understand why that is, please just in the comments below, just tell me, because I just don't get it. So, and then something else. I don't know if you heard about it, but it's called the Gen Z stare. When you talk to them, they just stand like, and they stare at you. They even do it if some of them is in, I don't know, is a salesman, is working some service job or something. When a client comes in and they talk to them or ask them, saying if they don't appreciate the question, if they don't want to serve you, if they don't want to do it, if whatever you're talking about is bothering them, they feel annoyed, they just stop and stare at you like that. Just dead eyes, dead glassy eyes. You don't understand what's happening. So this is, you can Google it, in my preparing for this video, I just did a little bit research about this Gen Z stare. It's a rabbit hole. I barely got out. So it needs a whole video. I mean, it needs tens of videos just to talk about the Gen Z there. It's horrible. What else? Let me see. Yeah, this Gen Z generation, out of all other generations, they are, unfortunately, regarding the male population, the most virgins of all generations before. More than 60% of males are incels, what do you call it, incels, involuntary celibate. So they cannot get women, they cannot form relationships, they cannot get married, they cannot do anything. It's just unfortunately like that. And most of the women, over 80%, I don't want to say 90 and more, but it's at least 80%, most of them are 3 or 4s, you know, hoes, HOE. If you turn it, you put in the calculator and then you turn on the calculator, it's tries 3 or 4. So it's 3 or 4 now, you know. So most of the women are 3 or 4s. Unfortunately, they have so many body counts, and body count is, to our Gen Z, is amount of people you sleep with, you know, with no relationship, just one night stands, and sometimes 5, 4 and more in one day. It's just horrible, you know. If you go down that rabbit hole, it's horrible. Yeah, something that in our generation we couldn't even fathom, but they are doing it. So the problem is what? Most of the females, no matter how good looking or how much value they have from education, money, or whatever else, beauty, they all, I mean, if you rate them, 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way to 10, all the 10 steps are looking and watching, wanting the top men. If you have on this side you have the women, and on this side you have the men. You know, you have the most beautiful, handsome, rich, chiseled, blah blah blah. You know, men. They're the 1%, and all these categories of women want that one, and everybody from 7 and 8 and going down is just invisible to these women. So, and the problem is what? These 1% men, they can get all these women, and all these women hit on them. Of course, he has so many options, so they sleep with every category. And then when you have a woman who is a 2 or a 3 or a 4, and she had a man who is a 10, she thinks, oh, he stepped with me. That means this is my standard now. Every other man I'm looking for has to be at that high. But unfortunately, she doesn't understand that this kind of man just use her. She will never get married. She will never have a relationship. She will never have a commitment from that man. So this is a big issue for this generation. And unfortunately, women are delusional, and when they see that once in a lifetime they had someone from the 1%, they just think this is it for me now, and they start chasing that dream all the way until they become a 40, 50-year-old cat lady. So this is a big issue. So women need to start understanding the relationship and why this kind of I don't know what to call it, this kind of social construct now is being constructed. So women actually hold the key. If they get a little bit smarter regarding this issue, they will solve it for us, the males I mean, and for them as females. So okay, moving on. Yeah, there is another issue. For women and men behaving like that, that leads to generational social decline. You don't have new babies coming in. You don't have marriages, people don't get married, people don't have babies. And even the babies that they have out of the marriage, they abort. Just in the United States, every year millions and millions of babies are aborted. It's a huge number. So in a couple of years, I think the diapers market is gonna be selling more diapers for 8 years olds than baby diapers for babies. Yeah, this is unfortunately a fact, and we're heading towards it. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, this behavior also leads to the lack and disappearance, the total disappearance of any moral values or religion values. Gen Z have no shame. They just don't get ashamed of anything they do. If you drive in the street, somebody cuts you off, Gen Z cuts you off, if you just hit the horn in objecting, they're willing to stop in the front of in the middle of the street, come out and threaten you, and what do you want? Instead of apologizing, oh, I'm sorry, they don't have this self-critic or responsibility or feeling of that they might done something wrong. They just don't have it. No shame at all. So I don't know. I saw a video. This is just ridiculous. A young girl coming out, she's high school something, I don't know, maybe just senior, coming out of an exam, the end of the year exams, and there is some guy with a microphone asking people how was the exams and what's happening, and she's almost crying, yelling, the exam was so hard, why the teachers didn't let us cheat? The teacher that was controlling us, he didn't let us cheat. He didn't let us ask each other. I had these hidden answers, I don't know, hidden in my sleeves, and I couldn't even get them out. No, this is shameful. This is cannot be this way. Don't they know the test is hard? The exam is hard? They should be a little bit more lenient. I mean, really? What? It's not I didn't study. It's not I have some hidden answers put in my sleeves. I should shut the hell about it. No, they're openly admitting with no shame, no self-responsibility, no. It's just, I don't know. For me, I don't understand it. If you did something like that in our generation, you wouldn't even tell your colleagues that you have some hidden answers or that you're gonna cheat, or because you feel ashamed. That's this self-esteem they have, it's just so high. They think of themselves so high, so high. It's I don't understand. I don't know how to express myself regarding that, but it's wow. Gen Z, oof, yeah. So the lack of responsibility, and everybody else is at fault. No matter what happens to them, bad, in a negative way, it's always somebody else's fault. Yeah, unfortunately. They never admit guilt. They actually attack you because you are the reason why they didn't succeed. You are the reason why something negative happened to them. It's always like that. Unbelievable. Gen Z, I mean. Yeah, there is something else. Gen Z is never happy. For them, happiness is a state of mind that never ends. That should never end. None of us is happy all the time. Happiness is a moment. Something happens, then you're happy in that moment for that thing that happened. Then you go by your life. You feel normal. You're not happy and excited and all that. No, they need to be happy and excited all the time. Everything, my happiness, this, I'm not happy, I'm not satisfied. They don't understand it's moments. Something happened, you got happy, you're happy at that moment, you bought something new, you heard a joke, something nice, very nice happened to you, life happens, nice things, and you're happy in that moment. And after, you just get normal. It's like happiness, normal. Happiness, normal. You don't need to go sad, but it's normal. But no, they don't understand normal. They want to be happy. It's always, I'm not happy this, I'm not happy that. You're not making me happy. Oh God, especially in the marriages. So we're going to talk about this also. 90% of women file for divorce. And 100% of their reasoning for that is, I am not happy. Whatever that means. So you were happy the last 20 years, 25 years, 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, I don't know how much you lived with your husband, but now all of a sudden she's not happy. I mean, what do you mean? Happiness is not a state. It's not a condition that lasts all the time. But anyway, we're going to talk about it some other time. So, the other thing they have that we never heard of is a safe space. Safe space is a thing to them due to their high sensitivity and political correctness. Everything has to be politically correct. Everything, they are so sensitive. You can't say anything, any bad word, you can't look at them, in a harsh way. It's all, oh no, they're all snowflakes. The term snowflake came with Gen Z. I don't think it was that it existed before. So, snowflakes, yeah, they're all snowflakes, so sensitive. They can't take any hard words, any harsh words. They're, oh no, don't say that. This is my safe space. You can't say that. I'm offended. I'm this, I'm that. What? Come on, Gen X, yeah, my generation. We showed, especially the male ones, the men, we showed each other affection and friendship by insulting each other. That's how you know this guy likes you, or he's a friend. You can be friend with him through insults. That's just the way it is. If somebody really insulted you for real, you just flip him the bird and move on. But now, oh no, this is so horrible. He insulted me. He told me the R word. Now it's not retard, it's R word. What? I mean, don't say the M word, the moron. Don't say the S word, the stupid. I mean, come on, people. What are you? Snowflakes? Yeah, actually you are snowflakes. So toughen up a little bit. Come on. The self-worth and esteem for Gen Z depends exclusively on social media and how many likes and approvals they got. Take a picture of your breakfast. Ooh, it didn't go viral. What? I stood in front of the, I don't know, whatever. I took a selfie I just got 1,000 likes. I usually get 3,000. Oh, I'm depressed today. What? Oh man, come on, people. This is just, I don't know what to say. So, Gen X, if we're watching, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, well, welcome to our world. Well, okay, we're gonna go to the responsibility part of the conversation. Gen Z hate working. They all hate their jobs. 9 to 5 is a torture for them. What? I need to give 40 hours a week to some job? What about my what do you call it, life work balance? I don't have time to come and rest. I don't have time to meet my friends. I don't have time to go out. I don't have time to live my life. This is too much. We need to work just 3 days a week. 6 hours is more than enough. 3 days a week. They can't feel free. They think they are in shackles. And if a manager or a director or some of your I don't know, your manager or somebody gives you an order or shouts at you for doing something wrong, whoa, that's the end of the world. That is the end of the world for them. First of all, they're gonna run to HR if the company has an HR department, which is by itself, I think it's a new construct. I don't believe we ever had HR departments earlier, but now it's a must for any company. So they run to the HR. Oh, the manager yelled at me. He called me names. Man, they don't take directions. They don't take orders. It's all offending their highness. So they are all, no, this cannot be, I don't accept it. You can't tell me that. You're not my boss, actually. You know, we used to say when somebody told you something you didn't accept, you say to him, you're not my boss. Now the boss is telling you something and you're saying no. What? Who are you to tell me? What do you mean who? I'm your boss, I'm your manager, I'm your director, I'm the CEO of the company. Sit down. No, you don't have the right to tell me anything. I can do whatever I want. And you still have to pay me my salary. What? These people, man. Companies I saw some statistics, some research that companies are avoiding employing Gen Z. They just don't work. They don't have. They don't put any effort. They don't have any will for work. They always complain about something. They avoid whatever tasks they are given. I mean, I don't know. They don't have any motivation, no productivity, no effort, just entitlement, pure entitlement. And criticism, that's just not acceptable. That's just not acceptable. And the problem is that they were treated like this since they were in school, preschool, school, whatever. They can do whatever, the teacher cannot say anything. If the teacher say or order or gives them some negative, even at the exams as a test, if they get a negative, what do you call it, a negative mark or something, the parent comes and yells at the teacher. So we created these monsters. We did. I think Gen X and even older millennials, the first ones that might be parents to some of these Gen Zs, they are the sole responsible factor for making Gen Z as they are now, unfortunately. Yeah, Gen Z always want the job and the boss to adhere to their feelings and their social beliefs. You know, if I believe I'm a woman, you need to call me she, her, their, them, whatever it is now. I mean, what? They're all social justice warriors and defending each other's and oh no this I'm feeling like that. I see myself like this. I don't know. It's horrible. Anyway, moving on. This generation is cooked. So they have zero social abilities, zero social or communication capabilities. They don't know how to talk to people. It's all texts, it's all likes and whatever, posts. If you put a Gen Z in a group and they need to discuss a matter or I don't know, they just don't know how to do it. They just don't. Debating or something like that, no. Because if you debate a Gen Z, and you'll probably in 2 minutes you'll be winning the debate, they will get in your feelings. They will get angry. They will get mad. Some might cry. Walk out, in protest. Have you heard of what do you call it? Rage quitting. Rage quitting. Yeah, they quit their jobs and or whatever it is as a rage. They rage and they quit. So they rage quitting. I don't want my boss to tell me that. I'm not his slave, so I'm rage quitting this job. And then after 2 days they cry, oh, I don't have money, I can't get a new job, blah, blah, blah. Rage quitting, yeah, that's a term. So what else? Man. They don't know to talk to people, yeah. Social awareness is just no social awareness at all. They don't understand the concept of properly dressing their clothes. They don't dress properly to an occasion or a place or a situation they are in. You cannot, this is for women especially, females, you cannot come or go to your job, office job, dressing like a 304s. What do they call it? Tank top. Your ass is out. You're in a mini skirt. Your belly button is out. What? What is this? Our generation, when they went to the club, they didn't dress like that. Now you're dressing like that in your at your job, in your office, and then they are wondering why they got fired. They're doing TikTok dances and whatever in the office. Millions of them. Just go to the internet. Each one, every other one is crying on a TikTok about her getting fired because she was caught doing some TikTok dance, some TikTok trend or whatever it is called these days. So they go to the airport, travel, get on a plane in pajamas and in flip-flops or Crocs. Flip-flops, Crocs and pajamas are only to be worn in the house. Pajamas are for sleeping in bed, not even for walking in the house. What's wrong with you people? You go to a mall, you go shopping, you see women and men walking in pajamas and those fluffy things with the hoodie Crocs and in flip-flops. Are you kidding me? Put something decent on yourself. What the hell is wrong with you? An uniform? Oh God. Don't let one of them go to school where they have to wear a certain uniform that everybody is wearing the same uniform, or in a job that everybody is wearing the same uniform. What? My individuality. I need to be special. I need to be different from other people. I need to show how I'm special. I'm in my individuality, my art, my blah blah, my personality needs to come out through my clothes. I can't wear a uniform. Yeah, that's an issue for them. Your individuality is a king. And yeah, one of the maybe the biggest issue for them, for the Gen Z, is their mental health and their trauma. And for them, seeing a therapist is a flex, something they're very proud of. Yeah, I have a therapist for this, I have a therapist for that, I just came from my therapist, I've been going to therapist for, I don't know, 10 years, blah, blah, blah. My generation, if you needed to see a therapist for some reason, everybody would laugh at you, you are crazy. You should be committed, to the mental institution or something. Put in a jacket, yellow jacket. Nowadays, no. It's a flex. Yeah, I have a therapist. You have been going to the therapist, what, 3 years? Well, I'm 7 years. I go to my therapist for 7 years, yeah. And I still haven't resolved my trauma and my issues and my whatever. My father or my mother shouted at me when I was 13. They told me, you're grounded, you cannot go out with your friends. So it gave me trauma, and I have to pay I don't know how much to the shrink to tell him about my feelings. And the mental health, everything has to be catered to their mental health. You cannot offend them because it affects their mental health. You cannot tell them or show some political incorrectness in your behavior, in your language, in your whatever. Ooh, that affects them so much. Gen Z is, and Gen X, if you have Gen Z living with you still, they're not going out. They're not getting married. They're not buying their home, their house, whatever. They'll be asking you for money for a long, long time. So, embrace for impact. Yeah, that's my rant today regarding the Gen Z. My Gen X, if you've never heard of any of this, you are lucky. If you did, here may be something, not everything, at least now you know. You can Google it, you can go research it but I'm warning you, if you go down that rabbit hole, you're coming out with some trauma and mental health issues. Believe me, I know. It's just horrible. Anyway, tell me, what do you think? As a Gen X or as a Gen Z or even a millennial? You're in the middle somewhere. You millennials, Gen Y, you are to blame for a lot of this shit. You know that. I hope you do. Because this decline started with you. But I actually have a lot of hope for Gen Alpha. Gen Alpha coming up now. I see the resemblance between them and us Gen X is just staggering. Huge resemblance. I think they're gonna be the next Gen Alpha. But the issue is they're gonna be even more don't give a fuck about anything, because our parents as Gen X, they used to, beat us, the chancla and the belt, and if you said something, you would get a slap on your face and so on. Gen Alpha have the same mentality as we do, but their parents are Gen Z, and their parents are young millennials. So that kind of upbringing that we had, they don't have it, but they have our mental, what do you call it, our mental capacity, the engine, how it clicks in our brains. It does the same in their brain, with parents that are not like ours, and they are going to be like Gen X, 3 times better. I hope not worse. Yeah. So that's regarding Gen Z. So please, what do you think? Write it down in the comment section, and don't forget, watch the last video I talked about. Okay. See you.